Now, Kim Kardashian's 7-year-old daughter, Northwest, has painted this masterpiece, which Kim shared with her millions of social media followers. But some are questioning whether North really did the painting herself. It's now been valued at £10,000. Kim, I know, exactly. Kim says her eldest daughter's been taking serious oil painting classes and that her talent should be nurtured. So is there anything wrong in being a pushy parent, do you reckon?
Not if you make 10 grand at the end.
Stacey, back of the net. No, I think there's a line between pushy and noticing something that your child, a spark in your child, and nurturing it, facilitating it. But when I think back to when my kids were in, you know, a private school, and I think of some of those unbelievable mums, not all, but some of them, it was deranged. It was literally deranged. You know, kids with these schedules beyond any schedule you can imagine. You're talking about primary school. And I think that's too far, because I think then you're talking about what you need and what your peers... It kind of can become about what other people think of you as a parent rather than actually what's right for your child. How often do we actually go, is this actually... I'm looking at my child, is this actually what my child wants, or am I just forcing them into...
It's what we used to call tiger mums, isn't it?
Yeah,
Are you kind of looking for one of your boys to be a genius, Stace?
I wouldn't ever say I'm looking... I think if you're a genius, you're a genius. It's not something you can ask for. It's not something you can create. It is who you are. I do believe in pushing my children, but that's just personally because I don't know if it's a boy-girl thing, and I know a lot of people would disagree that, you know, boys aren't different from girls, but I genuinely think with my boys, if I don't give them encouragement and that little extra push, they will rest on their laurels until the cow comes home.
But that's normal. I mean, that's what you have to do, but there's a difference between that and, like, pushing a child to, like, where they would be unhappy. I mean, that's being a good mum.
But, I mean, I look at the Kim situation and her daughter's clearly got a talent for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could buy all the art classes in the world for my children and they would never draw that. So there's clearly a talent there, and perhaps she has classes 2 times a week, let's say, and maybe once a week she has to go, no, you're going to that class because I've booked it and you're good at it and I want you to go. I wouldn't class that as pushing. I would class that as encouraging a talent. Yeah. So to me, I think a pushy parent is someone who pushes their child into something they don't want to do. Whereas if you're, you know, when I was younger, my mum and dad really wanted me to learn the piano, and I hated it. Every week I was like, oh, God, I've got to go and do my piano lesson. However, now as an adult, I loved music, I loved singing, and it was such a gift to be able to know how to play the piano and have some musicality, even though I found those classes boring and I'd much rather have stayed in bed eating Monster Munch.
Can you still play?
I mean, I dabble, Jane. I dabble in the piano. Yeah, if I sat down and did my, you know, got my manuscript out and practised properly.
Remember when we went to the
funny
spa
you should say that, Stace.
She found that grand piano.
We've put a little piano under the counter.
No, if you're referring, to this. This is
Kaye,
not
you
a piano,
can't see
Jane.
this. Show Kaye.
This is a keyboard for the borrowers. Oh, this is so small.
Well, come on, a virtuoso would be able to play it.
Can I play on this? It's not even got 2 octaves on there.
Play chopsticks.
Are you joking?
Come on, give us a little tinkle.
Do you know what? When I was pregnant, I prayed I wouldn't have a genius.
Really?
I think often you're tortured. If you've got too much talent, people I know that are too talented are tortured.
Right, could we have a bit of shuffling?
No, sorry, I think
Stacey?
Nadia had a really good point there. We should carry on with.
Stacey doing Beethoven's Fifth. Off you go.
Go on.
Oh, my, I don't even know what's got no music here.
Come on.
What can I... Look how small this is. Look at my hands as well.
It's the face. That's like the 7-year-old that was in a piano lesson there.
Sorry about this.
That's pretty impressive. That's a lot more than I can do.
not.
Kaye, do you think that we're in danger of kind of putting a label onto a kid if we're constantly saying to them, look, you're so brilliant at X?
Yeah, I think we do, but I mean, it's quite difficult not to do it. And you've really made me think, actually, because I think with both of my kids, we give them labels. Like we always say to Bonnie's bomb-proof. Bonnie doesn't care about anything. You know, Bonnie's just one of those kids, and Charlie's a different personality. And we'll say that in casual conversation. And actually, we shouldn't, because, you know, she's probably not bomb-proof. And are you then making that child subconsciously and without any desire to think that they couldn't come and tell you, actually, I'm really struggling with this. But it's just natural family dynamics, isn't it? We all give ourselves, I mean, I agree you shouldn't label, but I think, unfortunately, we do inadvertently sometimes do it. I mean, like when I was growing up, I was the jokey one. I was always, my dad would say to me, right, young lady, you're going too far now. You've gone over the score. And I think it just encouraged me to do that. And this is what you get.
So do you think it's wrong to compare one child to another?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, all of this is based on knowing your children, isn't it? And if you know your children, then you deal with it on a much, much more nuanced level. I mean, going back to art, your daughter Grace is an incredible artist. You've not had to push her, have you?
No, never.
Because
I mean,
she's got a talent. She loves it.
From when she was very, very young, she just paints. And it's almost like a therapy, actually. She's just always painting, drawing, building stuff. I'm always taking boxes, finding boxes and taking them home because she likes to build little sets.
Do you know what?
Well, I'll tell you what, if Kim Kardashian could see your Grace's painting, she'd be saying, North, what are you doing, for God's sake?
Do you know what really bugs me, though? I do feel like we're constantly making up rules for ourselves as parents, like, don't do this, don't do that, don't tell them this, don't tell them that. And that's all well and good in an ideal situation when life is running smoothly. But sometimes I will say to my kids, you know, why can't you sit there like Rex?
Yeah.
Why can't you do that?
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's not because I want to compare them with each other. It's because, you know, we're all just human beings, and at the end of the day, they're going to be messed up, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I must say, because we were all set a task, weren't we, to try and paint this painting that North painted at the age of 7. So let's have a look at North's effort.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So beautiful.
Now, you two have really embraced this. You've spent hours on yours. I spent about 2 minutes. Come on then, Nadj, hold yours up.
It's very embarrassing. I've got the same anxiety.
Hurry up.
Well, no, he's telling me to stay still. Oh, there we go.
Ooh,
That's really good.
Oh, that is really good.
Yeah,
Look at
because
your mountains.
You've had, what, an hour?
An hour?
In an outfit. Stace, let's see yours.
An hour.
Look,
Stacey's been
want to
finger
say,
painting.
Oh, Stacey's is brilliant.
we didn't have the right colours, and we didn't have
20 grand, 20 grand. We're starting at 20 grand, 20 grand.
20p, anyone?
I think that's really good as well.
It is good.
Well, I'm very proud.
So, in mitigation, before I show you mine, I literally had 2 minutes.
She didn't. 2 hours, that is.
2 hours. That's all she could come up with.
Wow.
It's actually quite good.
All I managed to do was the pencil outline and a couple of splodges. I had nothing to wash my brushes with, not that I'm complaining.
Oh, shut up, Jane. Stop making excuses.
Let's have a look at Kaye.
Let's see yours.
Well, listen, I'm not into landscape. I'm more of a portrait artist.
Oh,
here we
So
go.
I
What's she gonna have
decided
done?
to do a portrait of Stacey. What do you think, Stacey?
You know what, Kaye?
Do you know what? I've seen worse.
What's wrong with my eyebrows?
It's your eyelashes.
Oh, right.
OK, well, I think it's fair
And
to
look,
say...
it's got a sausage for a hand.
Oh. I think it's fair to say that none of us will be giving up the day job. Right, well...
It's a very nice interlude.
Coming